everybody, it's my Fanatic here, and today I will be flipping through a WWE magazine from 2006, or an official Souvenir program, to be exact. This was purchased during my trip to Tokyo back in March of last year. And it came from a really cool wrestling store. I forget which prefecture it's in, but I will post a link to it in the description box below in case you are curious about it. But yeah, it's a really cool store. They basically sell everything, like everything wrestling related, from WWE, New Japan, AEW, Ring of Honor, CMLL, I believe, like everything. They have like a DVD section, book section, costume section, figure section. It's so cool. One of my favorite stores ever. A wrestling fan's dream, to be honest. But yeah, enough chit chat. Like I said, I'm just gonna be flipping through this magazine, and this is basically a magazine that just goes over all the wrestlers that were on the Raw, SmackDown, and ECW rosters from that time period. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here you guys can see who was on the roster. I don't know what the specific date was for this magazine, but if I had to guess based on the wrestlers shown on these rosters, I would say around like August or September of 2006. So yeah, there it is, all the wrestlers. And 2006 is definitely my favorite year ever in wrestling. This was the year when I first started to watch wrestling. And, yeah, I just love it. So this is going to be a very nostalgic trip for me flipping through this magazine. So here we go. Oh, and by the way, this magazine goes in order from like who's ranked on these lists. So like, this magazine will first show Agent Lita, Batista, Big Show, then John Cena, King Booker, Rob Van Dam, and so on. So that's the kind of order it goes in. Just want to let you guys know that. So of course we start with Edge and Lita. So there they are. Give some information about them. Height, weight, where they're from, their nickname, when they made their debut, finishing move, and career highlights. There we go, Edge and Lita. One of my favorite power couples ever. Probably my all-time favorite. Then we have Batista, the Animal. There he is. This magazine can be a little bit noisy, so I'm trying to keep it as quiet as I can. There's Big Show. ECW Extremist. There's John Cena. It's funny to see, back then he was only a 2-time WWE champion. Was he now a 15-time champion, I believe? So we'll see if he gets his 16th world title soon. King Booker. King Booker. There he is, with Queen Charmella, of course. Rob Van Dam. Here we have DX versus Triple H, my all-time favorite wrestler. And Shawn Michaels. Next up, Rey Mysterio. Sandman. Wow, Sandman is 6'4". I never knew that. He is very tall. And he's a 5-time world champion. The more I know. Wow. Up next, Ric Flair. The Undertaker. Wow, 6'10". Crazy tall. Sabu. Randy Orton, the Legend Killer. Not the Viper, the Legend Killer. And I know a lot of people say they think that Bald Orton from '09 is Orton's best gimmick, but I disagree. I always loved the Legend Killer. And in my opinion, he had the best matches during that time period too. Against Undertaker, Cactus Jack, Triple H. It was great. Oh boy. Alright, and we have Tommy Dreamer. There he is with the barbed wire baseball bat. Or barbed wire 2x4. Only one time ECW champion. Jeff Hardy, Airways, childhood favorite. Man, was he popular back then. Kane. Now, what's funny about this is that, they are kind of accurate in this, but he made his WWE debut in 1997. So, we're not wrong about Kane himself, but poor Isaac Yankem. It never existed. It was not Kane. Oh, this is sad. Very, very sad. In case you guys don't know, well, you guys should know. These two passed away. Tess passed away in, when was it? 08, I believe? Umaga, 09? I might be wrong about Tess. I think Umaga was. Were they both 09? I can't remember when they passed away. But yeah, very sad. I always loved these two wrestlers. Tess was great. Very underrated in the ring. I thought he always had good matches. Umaga was great. His match with John Cena at Royal Rumble 07, Last Man Standing match. I used to watch that on repeat. I love that match. But yeah, it's very unfortunate. These two wrestlers are not with us today. It's very sad. And next up, Bobby Lashley. There he is. CM Punk. Mickey James. The Great Khali with Davari. 7'3". Hardcore Holly. Oh boy. Who, in my opinion, is one of the scariest wrestlers of all time. I will never forget what he did to poor Matt Capitelli back in season 3 of Tough Enough, I believe. I think it was season 3. Very sad. Here we have the Spirit Squad, one of my guilty pleasures. I always liked them. They were, of course, they were goofy, but yeah, they were fun. We have Finley and Little Bastard. He was not known as Hornswoggle back then. He was Little Bastard. So there they are. Another duo here, Mike Knox with Kelly Kelly. Where is Mike Knox nowadays? I'm curious to know. Carlito. And Chavo Guerrero. more duos. Kim and Thorne and Ariel, who I always thought were a very cool power couple. Well, I guess when I say power couple, that can mean like there's like, you know, a thing in real life, but you know what I mean, like on TV. Yeah, I always thought they were cool. I love the whole vampire gimmick. I was always a fan of theirs. Same with Johnny Nitro and Melina. There they are. I'm surprised these two never got married. I know they dated, I believe, but yeah. And then again, I know Melina had a reputation of getting around in the locker room, so I guess that's probably why. We have a WWE shop advertisement. These are cool. Put your name on the back of the jerseys. ECWDX, Chain Gang. Mr. Kennedy. Balls Mahoney. He passed away too, right? I think Balls did. A couple years ago. Tori Wilson, who, to be honest, is way more attractive now. I mean, she's always been pretty, but yeah, now she's definitely got better with age, in my opinion. Oh, here we have Brian Kendrick and Paul London, one of my all-time favorite tag teams. I was a huge fan of theirs growing up. Big fan. And then when they got drafted to Raw, they got ruined, of course. Here we have the FBI, Tony Mamaluke, Trinity, and Little Guido. Trinity was in TNA, right? I think she was. There was Shelton Benjamin. There he is. Most underrated wrestlers of all time. Oh wow, Elijah Burke and Sylvester Terkay. I had no clue Elijah Burke was on the roster back in 2006. I know Sylvester Terkay was, but I had no clue Elijah Burke was. And on SmackDown too? Wow, that is shocking to me. Next up, the Masterpiece, Chris Masters. I always like Chris Masters. I hope to see him in the Royal Rumble this year. I think that'd be a really cool surprise for Ruthless Aggression era fans. Gregory Helms. There he is. Candice Michelle. We have Matt Hardy, V1. Well, this wasn't when he was V1, but you know, he's doing the little hand gesture. I wish he would bring back the gimmick, by the way. It was so hilarious. Matitude with Shannon Moore. Oh, the Highlanders. I always liked the Highlanders growing up. But he was an idiot for appearing in TNA. I mean, of course, WWE would be pissed at you and fire you. What do you expect? Now things have changed. It's very sad. We have Ashley. Very unfortunate of what happened to her. Very, very sad. Now, speaking of Shannon Moore, here he is. The reject Shannon Moore. I remember when CM Punk slapped the shit out of him. It was a very odd backstage segment. Now that I'm thinking back on it, because CM Punk was a baby face. So. Hacksaw, Jim Duggan, and Eugene. I forgot they were a tag team. There. You know, to be honest, I never minded Eugene. I know a lot of people didn't like the gimmick at all, and yeah, it was offensive, but you know, things were different back then. So yeah, you know, I like Eugene, and I like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Mark Henry, World's Strongest Man. Wow, back then he was only a European champion. Wow. I am your teacher, Matt Stryker. There There he is. Lance Kane and Trevor Murdoch, a great team. Very sad that Lance Kane passed away. He was very young too. I think he was like in his 30s when he passed away. I think. I might be wrong about that. Maybe 20s. He was very young. Very sad. We have the Pitbulls, Kid Cash and Jamie Noble. We have Al Snow, who I had no clue who was part of the ECW roster back in 06. I never knew that. Just incredible. There he is. That's a weird team. Charlie Haas and Viscera. Viscera also passed away. This magazine is very sad. A lot of deceased wrestlers. Very depressing. And here we have Casey James and Idol Stevens. Of course, that is Damien Sandow. I have no clue who this guy is. Casey James. Who is he? I'm guessing he was from OVW, but yeah, I have no clue who he is. A very random team. Roadkill. The angry Amish warrior. Danny Doring. I don't really know who Danny Doring is. Super crazy. Oh, by the way, I saw a video. This happened recently. Super Crazy is still doing backflips off of balconies in the crowd. Like, what? It's 2025. Like, this dude is actually crazy. I don't know what promotion it was. I know he's signed to Noah, but it might have been a Noah show. But yeah, it was crazy. You guys should look for the video. It's nuts. Victoria. Very underrated. I hope she gets into the Hall of Fame this year. There's Tatanka. MVP, Montel Fontana's supporter. The Boogeyman. I've always liked the Boogeyman. Guilty pleasure. Stevie Richards. And Jazz, another underrated wrestler. I always like Jazz. Is she in the, I don't think she's in the Hall of Fame yet. She should be. Beth Phoenix. I thought she made her debut in 2007. Wow, okay. Gene Snitsky, before he became more ugly. I'm sorry, that sounded mean. Psychosis. There he is. Vito, the weirdo. William Regal. Christopher W. Anderson. Who in the hell is that? I have no memory of this guy at all. He made his debut, ECW debut in 1999. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Rene Dupree. I remember on his YouTube channel he was talking about his time in ECW, and I forget what he said was the reason why he left. I believe he only had like 1 or 2 matches on the brand, and then he just left. Yeah, I can't remember why. There was some reason. I don't know. Francine. I forgot she came back in 06. Val Venus. Rob Conway. Jimmy Wang Yang. Yes. I always loved Jimmy Wang Yang. Jillian Hall. Sylvan. Maria. So pretty. There's the Miz with his stupid spiky haircut. Funaki. SmackDown's #1 announcer. That's right. He's still doing announcing, by the way, I believe. Or he's on commentary, I should say. Scotty 2 Hotty. I thought he left WWE back in 2005. some announcers. Lillian Garcia, there she is. I'm glad she's back. Wow, I didn't know she made her debut in 1999. Ty Gresham, I wonder where he is now. Wow, they only said where he's from. No other information about him. Poor Ty Gresham. Here we have Crystal. And then it's Taz. There he is. Love Taz. Joey Styles. Love Joey Styles too. Where is he now? I wish he would come back to wrestling. Of course, good old good old JR Jim Ross. I was thinking of someone else for a second. Jerry the King Lawler. Michael Cole, who is still running strong today. And JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. There he is. And that is it for this magazine flipping video. Please don't be loud. Okay, we're good. So yeah, guys, that'll do it for this video. As always, hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you guys want to see more magazine flipping videos. I have way more magazines that I bought from the store in Tokyo. I have tons of New Japan magazines. I have one Raw magazine back from 2005. I have a WrestleMania 19 magazine. For the New Japan magazines, I have Wrestle Kingdom 11, Wrestle Kingdom 14, I believe, and a bunch of other shows or like souvenir programs. So yeah, I'd totally be down to do more magazine videos. Just let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, with all that being said, this has been the ASMR Fanatic signing